Hebrew Israelites. The Hebrew Israelites, they only exist to, well, like, share, and subscribe. Welcome back to the False Prophet channel, and this is your host, Brother Jacob. Today I want to talk about the Hebrew Israelites, the cousins of the Muslims. That's right. They are the cousins of the Muslims, the black Hebrew racist Israelites. And they have one mission and one mission only. And that mission is to gain acceptance from white people. That's right. That's the only mission of Hebrew Israelites, to gain the acceptance of white American people. Because day in and day out, their only message is, we are the true Israelites and we are black. White people. It's like everything they do is seeking attention from white people. Like, let me ask you Hebrew Israelites a question. What is the end goal to all of this? Let's just say that the entire world acknowledges you as being the true Israelites. Then what? Then what? Is that going to make the Israelites that inhabit Israel today, are they going to all of a sudden pack up their bags and say, well, the black Hebrew Israelites in America said that we are the fake Jews, so it's time for us to pack up our bags and go into exile? Black Hebrew Israelites, if they were to pack up their bags because you guys, let's just say they gave in to your message. If they were to pack up their bags, where would they go? Because the reason why they came in Israel, they came into Israel to begin with, because they were not safe in all of the countries that they were scattered in. So here's the thing, is black Hebrew Israelites. You got the Jews that are in Israel today. They were scattered all around the world. And you say that they are not the Jews, but they didn't have a homeland. They didn't have no homeland. You can't say they were like ordinary Europeans, because if that was the case, why would Hitler hunt them down and put them in concentration camps? It wouldn't have been a Holocaust of the Jews if they were just ordinary Europeans. So where do you suggest them to go, black Hebrew Israelites? Where would they go into exile to? That's the question. Because since it seems like you guys, your only mission in life is to convince white people that you are the real Israelites, then I'm asking you, and then what? What benefit do you gain from your enemies saying you are the real Israelites? Ask yourself this, black Hebrews. Do you want to be the people in Israel today having to fight with the Palestinians? Do you, black Hebrews, do you want to replace yourself with the Jews that are in Israel today? And do you wish that what happened on October the 7th, when they attacked Israel, do you wish it was you at that musical festival getting gunned down by Hamas? Is that what you want? Because being a Jew comes with a package deal. Because in Islam, it says in the hadiths that every Jew must be killed before the end comes, before Jesus returns and kill all of the pigs and break the cross and all of that. So, Black Hebrew Israelites, do you want to be the ones in Israel getting missiles fired upon you from Iran and Lebanon and Hamas? Do you want to deal with all of that? Do you wish it upon yourself that your women and children were over there being held hostage right now? Is that what you're saying? Huh? Is that what you're saying? Because you say that they not the real Jews, but it seems like for some reason they got all the enemies that you don't have. You don't have that type of animosity towards you. Slavery ended for Black Americans in 1865. And I'm not saying that Black people didn't have a plight or a struggle. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to lessen the effect of slavery, because Black people did go through hell, and we still go through hell. But going through hell is not all it takes for you to say, I'm an Israelite. That's ridiculous. I mean, if you was really a Jew, think about it. If you was really a Jew, then don't you think the world would have noticed it by now? And they would have just accepted it by now? Think about that. Because otherwise it doesn't make no sense. Like, at what point does humanity say the real Jews are Black Americans and Hispanics and Native Americans? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense, Black Hebrew Israelites. Your whole entire doctrine is based around what the white man thinks about you. That's why you spend all of your time talking about the white man, as if the white man was the only people who committed atrocities against Black people. What about the Arabs, who were the first people to put Black people through chattel slavery? Before the sub-Saharan transatlantic slave trade, you had the East Indian Ocean slave trade. Why don't any of you ever talk about that? You never hear them talking about that. What about Chinese people who do racist things to Black people? It's always the white man. Like, that's the only. What about the Assyrians? The descendants of Assyrians, they still live today. They are in Syria. What about the Persians, the Babylonians? Don't you teach us that you went through a Babylonian captivity? Why don't you talk about the Persian people and the Assyrian people? It's always the white man, the white man. It's like you're not satisfied unless the white man gives you that seal of approval. If God has already told you in your heart that you are an Israelite, then why are you seeking so much attention from the white man to validate you? That's the question I want you Black Hebrews to answer for me. Why are you seeking so much validation from the white man?